streaming is a very tough job. And it's easiest when you're trying to make it. It's hardest when you have already made it. I'll tell you why. Streaming is, what comes with fame and all that type of stuff and, the business when you're successful is that you have multiple different ways to make money. Streaming is some of the hardest work for usually entertainers. Put like this. Kai could probably get $100,000 for a tweet. For him to make the same amount of money while streaming, he has to put in 17 hours probably. Get what I mean? It's grueling. But when someone enjoys it, it's more rewarding than any money. I tell you that. And a lot of it comes from the community. A lot of times, and I watch Kai and I watch these guys, I'm like, you know why bro, it's hard to stream 8 hours daily, or I don't even know how much he does daily, but he pretty much streams every day. The only thing that keeps you going is your audience. And I trust and believe you guys here on Twitch, also the dudes on YouTube, you guys have made me feel like how I felt when I didn't have anything and I had to just grind. So each and every day, I can't wait to get on stream with y'all, kick the shit, laugh at some shit with y'all. And it's a special feeling, you know what I mean? So I want to thank y'all for that because a lot of people, you lose that as you go along, you know what I mean? It's like, obviously I have a million things to do, but when I can, I try to give y'all a couple hours here or there. It's not gonna, you know what I mean? Let's have fun. So I just want to salute to all of y'all who watch me, all of y'all who support, all of y'all who watch the videos afterwards. I know some people got work or like different time zones, but I appreciate you all. And I can tell you, in the entire time I've been streaming, I haven't had this much fun since like 2016. And y'all know the type of fuckery we were doing back then. We were doing some other shit. Anyway, yeah, that was my little sentimental moment. That's all. But we're here. Anyway, chat. Y'all want to keep it 100 with y'all? And if y'all want to know how much I do fuck with y'all, I had a whole trip. I was supposed to go to Miami today. Actually, my flight's supposed to leave in 20 minutes. I was supposed to be in Miami. If y'all look at my story, I said, who in Miami? I'm clearly not in Miami. I canceled it to come stream with y'all. I'm probably a loser for that, right? Know me bitches in my... I mean... Did I take an L for that? I canceled my flight. I canceled my flight coming back. I canceled my hotel. I had car service. I canceled everything. I said, fuck, I gotta stream today. And it's really because all this shit happened when I was about to go get a haircut and go start packing. And I see like this little blurb and I was like, oh shit, there's new developments and someone's arrested for Takeoff's murder. And, obviously you got to do some videos and this and third. And it's just like, listen, do you want to go to Miami and be in this Art Basel wave, or do you want to keep leading the culture and make some sacrifices? And I picked the sacrifice. So cancel the trip. I'm here with y'all. Okay. Otherwise, y'all would have seen me on a plane. But it's all good. You know what I mean? No regrets, and I'm happy to be here. Today, interestingly enough, which I thought was a little shocking. By the way, yo, what, if you guys don't, maybe sometimes you fall asleep during certain parts of the stream, y'all gotta go on YouTube. There's a clip. It's about 40 minutes. I kid you not, I watched all 40 minutes of me talking this morning, and I felt like it was a stand-up special. That shit that I broke down with the Megan Tory last night, you feel me? With the impressions and the play-by-play and the role play, bro, that's top-tier entertainment, my nigga. If you haven't seen it, go watch that. But yeah. Anyway, there's somebody who's arrested today, and for everybody who's tuning in, no matter where you're coming from, there is somebody who's arrested for Takeoff's murder. We have all the court documents. We have everything to review. Today, the Houston Police Department held a whole press conference where they were talking about what they have pretty much found to this point, which they've charged this guy with the murder of Takeoff. But they also showed, interestingly, they showed Lil Cam. Now, I think that Lil Cam, wait, is YouTube not on? YouTube should be on. Yeah, YouTube's on. Yeah, Lil Cam, I think, is going to get charged with either attempted murder or aggravated assault. But we're getting to find out that the police believe that this is the guy who fired the fatal bullet. Now, we're going to go through a lot of videos. So first of all, I need my top tier detectives. I need y'all back in the chat. We back at it again, okay? We finna figure this shit all over again. You feel me? And we're going to go over some videos because some of the people who were identified, we didn't identify this guy. And he was definitely in some of the videos, but we didn't feel like it was pertinent because, you know, we're looking at a lot of faces, but we're focused on the people in the midst, the people who are talking, the people who bucking up, all these type of things. This dude, he was there, but he was laying in the back. Now, I wish I had like I'm going to mentally give you a 3D model of what I believe happened. And from there, like, you know, we're going to get back into some of the video stuff. And I know some of y'all like, this whole thing is spooky, by the way. This whole thing is spooky. Also, ironically, an hour before the news came out, Baby J Prince hit me up. I didn't respond yet. I didn't know what to say after, because by the time I seen it, I seen the news that this guy, whatever. So there's some people saying Fall Guy, this and third. I don't know. But from what seems to be, maybe what I'm thinking is happening, okay, is that the only place this guy could have been, and I remember saying it when we analyzed the video the first time, this is a hallway. Okay, so this is a hallway, right? Fuck. I got to use something physical that y'all could see. I just want to... Do you remember last time my shorty was trying to take sandpaper to my feet? Oh, my God. What type of... Hold on. All right. Okay, I'll use this. And yes, I do keep my Ruri letter. I keep it very close. That I can remember why the fuck I hate that nigga for life, okay? Okay, I'm going to use this as, like, you know, the hallway, right? So this is the hallway. Pretend over here is the bowling alley, right? And pretend here is the fucking, like, railing because it's like a corridor almost, right? All right. So we're looking at the hallway now. And by the way, I wish I had like a 3D model or something. This is bad. Somebody said, oh yeah, I've kept this shit for like about a year now. This is in perfect condition, nigga. You feel me? This is one of them shits is going to be, this shit, I'm going to make sure I slip into that nigga casket. This shit right here. You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm going to show up and be like, yeah, nah, I got something, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, if you look at it, so Quavo and them, well, shit, my camera be flipped. Okay, so Quavo and them is over here, and Quavo walks off. He's like, yo, I'm about to hurt somebody, blah, blah. Walks off, right? Takeoff is here. Lil Cam is here. The dude in the white is here. They follow Quavo here. Then we hear the guy over here who supposedly is Migo Bands. He comes over with the gun in his hand. We see Lil Cam run out the way. We hear gunshots fired. We're thinking it's between him, the dude in the yellow, which is Lil Cam. But there is third set of shots you hear. You hear a third set of shots. We analyzed it. And I told you, I said, it sounds like there's another shooter. That person, I believe, and I haven't seen any, like, in the court documents, they don't put discovery, like, you know what I mean, like videos and shit. But that guy, I believe, was back here behind everyone, and he was by near the escalator. I'm gonna read some of the court documents that help actually corroborate that in a little bit. But if you understood that, it's gonna help you a little bit in understanding why maybe we didn't pick this guy out, or why perhaps he wasn't caught on video running, holding a weapon, or doing anything. He's behind the frame of reference when everybody has a camera. So any cameras, he's behind everybody. So that's why a lot of people are saying, oh my volume is low, sorry. All right, are we back up? We should be good now. All right, let me turn this bitch all the way up. Yo, yeah, I should be good. Okay. All right. And I could turn this up a little bit more too. All right, cool. I should be good. Am I good? Somebody's in my ears. Sorry. All right. So, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that the only reason why we didn't see this guy is because he's the third, what I believe is the third shooter. There is 3 shooters. He's the third. Now, if you're asking me why it took the cops this long to get an arrest, the cops had, and we're going to go play the press conference first. We got all the court documents. By the way, if you didn't see my recent YouTube video I just put out, told you Ask the Best Journalist in the World. I read through all the court documents. That's what was delaying the stream a little bit. And I figured out that homie, he was, the prosecutors have already baked in the cake that this guy can't get bond for any reason. They have cited significant and serious red flags that would cause any judge to pause when thinking about giving him bail. Now, he hasn't gotten a bail hearing yet. He just got arrested, and he's probably going to get a first appearance next week, right? So it's probably going to be a week or maybe 2 weeks before a bond hearing, but he's probably not going to get bond. But the most significant information I got out of that is that the cops claim, and this should tell you the level of monitoring they probably have against all the people that they're watching. And it also, I believe, leads to what they were probably doing with Lil Cam too. They arrested this motherfucker, I think, days before he was supposed to board a flight to Mexico. He's been holed up at his crib with mad cash, right? And when I mean, I know people are in hip hop, so like sometimes people deal with cash. He had cash to fucking, you know what I mean, live off of. He got an emergency passport after he killed Takeoff, allegedly, and he booked a flight after he allegedly killed Takeoff. Now, I see a lot of people keep saying framing, and we're going to keep an open mind with this. We're going to keep an open mind. But let's first just kind of watch this, let's watch this press conference from start to beginning. I'm going to skip only the parts of the mayor. The mayor just trying to get some brownie points. He don't know what the fuck going on. You feel me? All the other people who will be speaking are actually the relevant people. And here it is, okay? This question says, well, why do y'all care? Like, granted, that's a crime, a felon in possession of a gun. But they're trying to figure out why they have those 2 guys' pictures up there. Because one nigga, they haven't said nothing about him doing anything other than possessing a gun. So they're like, wait, did the killer use that guy's gun? So he's obviously being evasive and saying, oh, we're not going to talk about it. But that's going to be interesting. By the way, didn't I tell y'all, if y'all watch my YouTube videos, and when Joshua Cameron's lawyer spoke, and by the way, y'all should also be subscribed to my YouTube, my main YouTube channel. I covered this.
Sure, Cameron.
And this is Joshua Cameron's lawyer. You're gonna hear he says something. By the way, he's been locked up for 2 days now. Hear what this lawyer says.
A witness saw him with a gun rather than
Observation that to support.
Does Cameron Joshua know who shot?
They say, does Cameron Joshua know who shot Takeoff? And his answer was a little bit interesting. By the way, as a lawyer, I think he could have said, my client has no idea about what's going on about nothing. But his answer was a little bit different, which told me maybe down to tell. Listen.
Does Cameron Joshua know who shot Takeoff?
We will discuss that with the DA's office.
We ask you if you're going to discuss it. Does he know who shot the dude? You could have just said no. So we'll discuss it with the DA's office, which, what do y'all draw from that? Once they locked up Lil Cam, a couple days later, they get the actual killer. And his lawyer is saying, we'll discuss it with the DA.
Office if we decide to. Right now, we're charged with...
Ask about his criminal record. So the guy who was accused of killing Takeoff, it ain't the first time he busts his gun in or near or outside of what could be seen as a party or a club. In 2018, he was investigated for allegedly shooting someone, but they could never prove it, and subsequently he was never really brought fully to the charges or had to like stand to hear those charges, right? So pretty much, in the eyes of the law, it technically means he's innocent, but is it really the cops? They came back to say we just didn't have enough evidence, right? So obviously we live in America, so it's you're presumed innocent till proven guilty, but I could imagine they're probably going to look back at those situations to probably try to contextualize what type of guy this is. Now, granted, this guy, his name is DJ Pat. Apparently, all them niggas in Houston know him. I'll show you his Instagram page shortly. It's private now. But every lit nigga. People, yeah, we're here. We're here. We're here with a lot of information that needs to be dissected in a way. This press conference was pretty elusive. It's only told me that they don't want to spook other people they're looking at. They're probably monitoring people's whereabouts. They probably have warrants on people's Instagrams, Twitters, phones. They're probably hoping people could incriminate themselves or start acting weird, especially in light of this press conference. And they're probably going to move in and lock up whoever when they need to. If you think these are the only arrests that's going to happen, you're an idiot, okay? They did this press conference because they believe the guy they locked up is the guy who pulled the trigger and fired the fatal bullet, which was a headshot. There's a lot of more shooting that went on, and they're not done, okay? All eyes are looking at them. They told you some of the people who are involved in the investigation, all these forensics teams, all these other specialized teams, and even the ATF, which is obviously a federal, a federal, was a government agency that, what is it, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms or whatever. So, yeah, there's a lot more shit to happen. What we should get into, and, okay, y'all let me know. I'll let y'all dictate where we go with this stream. Do y'all want me to pull the court documents now and show some stuff, or you want us to go back, because we got to go back and look at these videos. We're trying to find this motherfucker. I do. Thank you. You guys sent me the Twitter and the Instagram. The Instagram is private. The Twitter, he follows me, actually. He follows me on Twitter. So we're going to go back through all tweets. I got the court documents. That's one of the things I don't see public. And you know what? Maybe let's hold off on the court document. Let me see how many people we have right now. Okay, we have about like 10,000 on YouTube. Let's pull up his Twitter first. Okay? Somebody said next topic. Nigga, this is the only topic. Sorry, buddy. Or if you have another topic in mind, maybe you can tell us. But DJ Pat 713. This is him. He follows me. I'm not logged in, obviously, here, but he follows me. Anyway. Is this him? This is him, man. Houston. Okay, cool. He has a YouTube. Let's make sure we click into that. We're going to make sure we get, okay. He's done a bunch of stuff with Beat King. Okay. I'd love to look at some of these things. He has another channel, DJ Pat, right here. Okay. Who does he subscribe to? August Alsina. Okay. Keller Williams Realty Memorial. Okay. Jay Farrow. All right, we're going to find some shit, chat. Anyway, let's look through his Twitter feed. By the way, somebody scroll ahead of me. Make sure there's no porn or some dumb shit on there. Okay. His last tweet seems to be the ones that was supposed to be here switched up. So that's why it's new faces at the table. Yo, what's going on in Houston, man? These niggas typing hieroglyphics and codes and motherfucking You know what I mean? These niggas typing riddles. These niggas typing riddles. Roses are red, violets are blue. Guess the next line and I won't shoot you. Like, what the fuck is y'all niggas talking about, bro? The ones that's, which table? Like, who, which table is their new faces at? Bitch, when I say I'm proud. Chat, this is his Twitter, right? This nigga might be a psychopath. He tweeting like ain't no motherfucking thing happened. Bitch, when I say I'm proud of you, I mean that shit. Okay. Send me a picture of that pussy if you miss me. Okay. Focus on the money. I can't fake fuck with you. Either I do or I don't. Ain't no in between. Damn. This nigga killed Takeoff. He typed out blessed. Jesus Christ. This nigga killed Takeoff and typed out blessed. Holy shit. This is getting out of hand, people. I need some wine. This nigga killed Takeoff and he just typed blessed. Holy. Holy. So when the weather is nasty, I get freaky. Happy Thanksgiving to all the hustling bitches only. Thanksgiving ready. This whole want crab legs and lamb chops for Thanksgiving. Said this motherfucker heavy. Is this a video? Okay. Let's have some fun. What type of fun he talk about? To all my old hoes that can make gumbo and got boyfriends now. And all my new hoes can't even make noodles in a cup. So I said, what type of fish is this? Either this thing is a pretty good actor, or maybe he really just didn't know that the cops was on him. Like, no fucking way. Like, the way he's tweeting is like, yo, all right, y'all sure this is Twitter? Bro, this thing is acting like nothing happened. I'm so romantic. What the fuck? Nigga, he killed Takeoff like 10 days ago and all he thinking about is pussy. All he thinking about is pussy, bro. I ain't perfect. I'm solid, though. What are you talking about? Real one in my life. I appreciate y'all. So much fake out there in the streets. Been hurt so many times, it's hard for me to feel love. A bottle called Mattress Mac. Keep faith no matter what pressure is applied. God don't make mistakes. Oh yeah, this nigga gotta get the chair. This nigga killed Takeoff and said God don't make mistakes. This is crazy. Okay, he might have definitely killed Takeoff. His first two tweets after was God. Yeah, he definitely did. I think he's guilty. Guilty! Guilty! Chat. Nigga just clapped somebody's first two tweets definitely about God. He ain't started talking about pussy till days later. First two tweets, look what he says. God got me. He been had me. This is November 2nd. Here we go. November 2nd. Oh, lit. Takeoff died on the first, yeah, I think the first. He says, God don't make mistakes. Jesus. Sir. Oh, shit. Her first day, she don't even have a name yet. Holy, hold on. We can't show this. This is only for, holy. This is for investigative purposes. We can't really, you know what I mean? Holy. Now, if this thing gonna be locked up, we might have to fly her out. Holy. I mean, he locked up anyway. Like, we might have to put her, yo, shorty, man, if you missing a pimp, you're missing something in your life, come on over here and fuck with the chat niggas, man. Come on, bro. Chat. For investigative purposes, find me her ad name too.
First,
Let's hear his voice. Pause.
this her first day. This her first day. She ain't never danced before, and she need a dance name.
What should my name be?
That's what we about to ask
Cocoa
them.
Puff. Okay. Cocoa Puff.
Right now, she gonna keep Cocoa Puffs if y'all don't help out. Comment below whatever her name should be.
You know what her name gonna be? I got a name. Commissary. All right, find her name. Who knows? Maybe through some investigation, we could figure out what he was up to afterwards. Okay, figure out some stuff. Is this an old picture? Because it looked like he was bigger than this. Might be an old picture. I don't want to go to the media tab because I know you work in a lot of strip clubs and I don't want to get suspended on Twitch. Okay. All right. This nigga got his face on the money like it's some Usher bucks. This should say Federal Reserve note. Shit might as well just say the Federal Penitentiary. Anyway, shit. YouTube, what y'all say? All right. Y'all want to get to the real shit, man? Y'all keep doing, you know what I mean? Listen, we all a detective group, you feel me? Y'all keep doing what y'all got to do. Get me the extra info. Spam it in the chat when y'all find it. Oh, y'all found his girlfriend? Oh, check his tweets and replies. Gotta. Most necessary. Thank you. Okay, nah, it looked like he ain't replied nothing. He ain't really replied nothing. I'm trying to see. He ain't replied to shit. Oh, he did say, thinking about getting a face tat right before Thanksgiving to spice things up a bit. He said, nah, don't do it. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't really responding to shit type, you know what I mean? All right, bet. Let's get to the fucking paperwork, man. Let's get to the paperwork, chat. Only find it on Big Axe channel. Bang. We in court. Bang. We here. Hold up. Let's get straight to it, chat. All right. Make sure y'all can see, because this shit is clear as fuck on my screen. Let me see. Oh. I just gotta... Y'all got it zoomed in a little bit too much. That's why it's going to be blurry on your shit. My bad. Hold on. We got the court documents. We're going to figure this bitch out. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah, so this is our first page. Basically, this is like kind of like the cover page of the docket. This is the signature of all the people. Chief Justice, a bunch of justices, presiding judge, presiding judge, this and third. You know, this is a very serious, charge. Let me make sure. I want y'all to be able to see all this shit. Oh, we got the paperwork. Anyway, let me get some more shit. Here we go. Give me a second. Next thing we got to see is this. Bingo. You ready? Come on, chat. Come on, man. Make sure y'all got your badge out. State of Texas versus Xavier Clark. Zoom in a little bit more. State of Texas versus Xavier Clark. He don't live there no more. He live in jail right now. That's not even a shit. Trust me. He live in jail. All right. Anyway. He got arrested yesterday. 7:32 p.m. Felony charge murder. Okay. Harris County District Court. Blah, blah. Da. And then, okay, in the name of the authority of the state of Texas, before me. Okay, so this is an affidavit. Before me, the undersigned Assistant District Attorney of Harris County, Texas, this day appeared on the undersigned affiant, who under oath says that he has good reason to believe and does believe that in Harris County, Texas, Patrick Xavier Clark, hereafter styled the defendant, herefore on or about November 1st, 2022, did then and there unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly commit the felony offense of deadly conduct by knowingly discharging a firearm in the direction of Kershnik Kari Ball, aka Takeoff, and while in the course of furtherance of the commission of said offense, did commit an act clearly dangerous to human life, to wit, the defendant knowingly discharged a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, in the direction of a group of persons that included the complainant of Kershnik Kari Ball, and thereby caused the death of Kershnik Kari Ball. Against the peace and dignity of the state, signed and swore. They dated today because clearly everything got presented today in court. That's why they had the press conference. Duly attested today. Here's the affiant. And here is the DA. And yeah. So this is literally essentially the indictment. Okay? All right. We got a few more things, chat. Don't you worry. We got this shit. We gonna break this shit down like an ounce of weed. Don't you worry, chat. We got you. By the way, everybody on Twitch and Twitter, there's some surprising shit. I saw this shit already. So you ain't fool me. But there's some surprising shit you finna see. Okay. By the way, salute to all my subs. Yo, we gotta get to 200 subs on this. Come on now. Hold it. We got 10,000 people in YouTube chat. Let me see what's going on. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna pull. You remember the cop wasn't trying. That's why I did the video. You feel me? Remember the cop wasn't trying to talk about the fact that Patrick Clark was trying to flee, but they already put it in court documents. I don't know why he wasn't trying to talk about it, but clearly I keep telling you they're not trying to talk about it because they're going to arrest more people. Here's the court document that we saw it. Bingo. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, people. Actually, let me keep it like this, but I'm going to just zoom in, all right? Zoom in a little bit. Here we go. State of Texas versus Patrick Xavier Clark, 23rd District of Harris County, Texas. And this is a motion that already they're putting in a motion before there is even the arraignment to say, yo, do not give this nigga bail. The state of Texas, and through its assistant district attorney, requests that this court enters a sufficient bail pursuant to Texas Code Criminal Prosecutor ANR's blah, 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 non-oppressive bail, which is required to give proper consideration of the nature of the offense, protect the safety of the victim and the community, and provide reasonable assurance that the defendant will return. The nature of the case reflects the defendant committed the instant offense of using a deadly weapon, and they use a deadly weapon to commit the offense that caused the death of the complainant. The complaint they have as Kershnik Ball, a.k.a. Takeoff. The state is acting like they're doing it on behalf of the person who died, which is Takeoff, okay? Extradition history. This is where we figure it out. Shortly after the murder, the defendant applied for expedited passport by submitting a travel itinerary for a upcoming flight to Mexico. Immediately prior to his arrest, the defendant received the passport. Upon arrest, the defendant was found in possession of a large amount of cash money. And we're not talking about the label. The defendant should be considered a flight risk. So they're saying, bruh, if we let him out on bail, he definitely not going to return. All right? Second thing, aggravating facts specific to the nature of the case. The state is opposed to personal bond pursuant to blah, 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 Articles 17.03 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure as the defendant is charged with a violent offense. The state is further opposed to a low bond based on the public safety concerns because the defendant shot a firearm into a crowd of people and struck the complainant in the back and the head, causing his death. Now, this is very important right here because based on this affidavit, and unless we hear something different, the prosecutors are alleging that he is the sole person that shot Takeoff. Now, it doesn't say other niggas wasn't shooting. They're just saying the person who shot Takeoff twice, because all we know is that Takeoff was shot twice, is this guy. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody said, oh, this nigga dumb, he could have enhanced his license and dipped. No, I think if you go to Mexico, you need a passport, brother. I don't think you could travel to Mexico on a enhanced passport. Enhanced license. I don't think you can. Look, though. Wait, what happened right now? Here we go. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. Oh, you can. Oh, enhanced driver's license, you can. Oh, by the way, all right, thank you for mentioning that. I didn't know that. Enhanced or state, blah, blah, that provides proof of identity, blah, blah. There's, oh, okay. Oh, but here's the thing. The application for EDL, enhanced driver's license, depends on where you live, is only currently available to the residents of Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Vermont, and Washington. They're in Texas, so he had no choice to get an enhanced driver license. He had to go get a passport. Do you get what I'm saying? He had to go get, like, I think this enhanced driver's license, like, is gonna be like almost the norm in the future, but it's not right now for many states. And basically, they're saying that it's only available right now to these places. Okay, so let's go back. So, yeah. This is important. They're saying that he shot the firearm into the crowd of people and struck Takeoff in the back and the head, causing his death. Essentially, they're saying that he shot Takeoff twice. Now, I know what you might be saying. Well, what about these other guys we've been talking about that was doing the shooting and this and third and blah, blah. It doesn't mean that they didn't shoot somebody else. Or it doesn't mean they can't be charged, even if he's the only person who shot Takeoff twice. Remember, there's other people who got shot. So the guy in the yellow, I believe they're being a little bit hush-hush on it because he might be charged with shooting somebody. Or if not, he might get a quote-unquote attempted murder or something like that. You get what I mean? So there's much more bullets that flew that they're going to try to account for with charges. But it's interesting to know that they believe that this guy shot Takeoff twice. Anyway, he said further, a low bond is unreasonable and insufficient to ensure the defendant's appearance in court based on his successful efforts to obtain an expedited passport shortly after the murder and imminent travel itinerary to Mexico. So he got a passport and he was going to go to Mexico. Okay? The state of Texas pray the court will enter sufficient non-oppressive bond of $1 million. That's actually interesting. Does Texas not have a no bond thing? I would think they would say no bond. They said $1 million. Usually once you prove that you're trying to leave the country, fuck the amount, you're going to say no bond. Let me Google that. This Google's always been our friend. Let's see. Texas no bond. Texas no bond bail law. Texas bill requires those accused of violent crimes becomes law. Senate. Okay. It says they will bar those released from jail unless they can put up cash. Okay. But like certain places, they could just say no bond, right? They said the Damon Allen Act makes it harder for dangerous criminals to be released from jail on bail. Allen was killed during a traffic stop in 2017. The suspect was out of jail on a $15,500 bond after allegedly assaulting a sheriff deputy. The bill will change how blah, 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 blah. They'll ban people accused of violent crimes be released on personal bond. Instead, it will be relied that they post the amount of cash set by the court. That's interesting, right? And I think this did go into law, which means that if they said $1 million, you can't do a bond, which would theoretically you pay 10% of the bond, which is $100,000, you would have to put up $1 million. You get what I mean? It also or pay a percent. See, never mind. It bans the release on personal bonds. They would have to post the amount set by the court or pay a percentage to a bonds. Oh, never mind. It's the same shit. Never mind. Okay, they can still pay a percentage to a bonds company. Who does personal bonds? Anyway, it will also disallow cashless release for those arrested on felony charge if they were already out on jail on the bond. The changes will go in this. Okay. I don't know. I don't really understand it. Only thing I kind of get from this is that it seems like they're going to put up a monetary amount. Because the only reason I'm even bringing this up is that if a nigga try to escape to Mexico, why even give him a chance to put up money? Why don't you just literally just say, it's no bond, right? Like you're being held, right? Zero bond. Like Young Thug doesn't have a bond. Gunna doesn't have a bond. They don't have a chance to put up a bond, right? This is Texas, though. That's Atlanta, and that's Georgia, right? Atlanta, Georgia, that's where YSL is. This is Texas. And even after this nigga tried to go to Mexico, they're still saying, let's just do $1 million. And maybe it's like, they have stipulations how the million got to be posted, but still, they're still recommended a monetary bond, right? Anyway, let me see what else. Okay, so this is assistant district attorney, this and third, blah, blah. Having considered, okay, so the judge hasn't signed off on this yet, right? So this is going to be discussed in the arraignment, and his lawyer, whoever his lawyer is going to be, is probably going to draw some type of like, hey, no, he was just going to Mexico because, you know what I mean? Like, him and the other DJs and artists were going to go to Tulum to turn up with Thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't running from nothing. He didn't even know he was charged, right? They're going to come back with something, and the judge is going to basically listen to this motion, because it's a motion, and the judge could either sign this to say it's going to happen, or there'll be another page where the judge says no, okay? That's just kind of how it works. Unfortunately, I've seen so much court papers like covering shit. Like, I feel like I know what comes. Anyway, the last and most important, and this might be a little shocking to y'all, might do a video on this too. I didn't do a video on it before because I wanted to have something new for stream. Is this piece of document here. And I want y'all to, okay, let me see. What the fuck? Okay. This is, sorry. This is a state motion for bond conditions. They're saying if the $1 million bond gets approved, the prosecutor is saying they're cool with $1 million being the bond for homie, right? Then they're saying if the $1 million bond does get approved, they want it to be these stipulations. Read these stipulations. And I'm going to read it to you. Comes now the state of Texas and by its district attorney, through his district attorney, and moves to this honorable court to enter the following bond conditions. The state requests that a defendant, whether a foreign national or not, to be ordered to surrender any passports, visas, or travel documents and be prohibited from applying for a new supplemental passport, visa, or travel document. That's obvious. You called the nigga, he just got a passport, and he was trying to leave. So obviously, if he does post $1 million somehow magically, he should fucking, surrender his, passport, right? That he can't leave again, right? Or hopefully he can't leave. The state requests that the defendant have no contact with the complainant in this case. Granted, Takeoff is dead. There's no way to contact the dead unless you're doing some other spiritual shit, right? In this case, or anyone from the complainant's household, which means his mom's, right? But they included, it's including siblings, parents, in person. Like, you can tell this is a template because he's dead. Like, what are you going to do? Like, show up to his gravesite? Or through, and by the way, this does apply to his gravesite too. Person or through any other person's telephone, telephonically, by mail, or by any other manners or means for the duration of this cause and the following individuals or locations. This is interesting. Any family or household members of the complainant, Takeoff, J. Prince Jr., and any of his family or household. That's the interesting part about this. Why the fuck can't he talk to J. Prince Jr. if y'all didn't charge J. Prince Jr.? But y'all want him to stay away from J. Prince Jr. Usually, if you get a case, think about even domestic violence, they're going to tell you, stay away from the victim and witnesses. Or stay away from victim and your other co-defendants. Get what I'm saying? Obviously, Takeoff is the victim. Obviously, Takeoff's family. That makes sense. Why is J. Prince Jr. on this shit? That's odd. Stay away from anybody who's a family member or household member of Takeoff. Makes sense. Stay away from J. Prince Jr. or any members of his household. Wait, why? Then they say Shakur Stevenson, which is also interesting. Hey, this is where I wish I had. This is where like Whack 100 and the Clubhouse come in clutch. This is how people go interpret this. These two people are witnesses. Now, I'm not saying nobody's telling. I'm not saying none of that. But the police are looking at these guys as witnesses. Facts, 100%. The cops is only going to tell you to stay away from victims and witnesses. And also they bar him from being at the place where they got all the surveillance footage from. Now, let me tell you what I believe. The police have had contact with J. Prince Jr. The police have had contact with Shakur Stevenson. They're either trying to get them to cooperate, trying to get them to talk, trying to get a statement out of them, or may have got a statement that is going to be used, and they're just trying to say, because we need these motherfuckers to prosecute you, if you contact them, there's another way to look at it too. So it's not only witnesses, co-defendants. You know what I'm saying? So it's a possibility that J. Prince Jr. and Shakur Stevenson might not be witnesses, might be people who are also being investigated. I don't know, and I'm only reading it off of this paperwork. Get what I'm saying? Just look. Don't talk to nobody in Takeoff's family. That makes sense. If you're harassing the victim's family, you're going to jail. Like, what the fuck? Don't talk to J. Prince Jr. Wait, did J. Prince Jr. get shot? No, he didn't. Is J. Prince Jr. a witness? We don't know. Is J. Prince Jr. being investigated? We don't know. I feel like I need Whack. I'm going to call Whack 100. Even though I think Whack got a little bias against these guys, though. He got a little bias against these guys. But I'm going to call him. I'm trying to call Whack and figure this out. Yo, Whack.
What up, bro?
Yo, I'm on a live stream right now. I got about 17,000 people on here. I wanted to like I got some paperwork on the screen. I'm actually sending you the paperwork afterwards too, because
Paperwork on who? The paperwork on.
so it's the paperwork on the guy who got arrested for killing Takeoff. They say this patch.
Yeah, they covered my room today. Yeah.
Okay, so in the paperwork, they're saying the prosecutors say they recommend $1 million in bail, right? Now
That's light.
okay, but here's the thing: they have stipulations. So they have another document that says the stipulations, and they said if he does post $1 million, these are the stipulations they wanted the judge to put in. Number one, the Patrick Clark nigga can't communicate with nobody that's close to Takeoff or who is in his household, which that's normal. You know, obviously he's a victim, right? The second thing they say is Patrick Williams cannot communicate with Jay Prince Jr. or anybody of his household, which is a little weird.
Person of interest.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's either a person of interest or a witness.
Well, their person of interest, if you heard the detective today, he said either you going to talk to us your way or we're going to put you on the stand. So,
Yeah, he did say a grand jury subpoena. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're PO and person of interest. So they're letting it be known that you can't talk to these people. So that's a POI up. That's what that is.
And surprisingly, I think this dude's a boxer, Shakur Stevenson.
What the fuck he got to do with anything?
I don't know. Those are only two names. It says Takeoff.
Real, bro. You see what they did with the Cam dude, right? Picked him up and let the feds handle the gun case in L.A., right?
Yeah.
After they picked him up, they started serving his arrest warrants, right? It's called separation.
Well,
divide to get the information.
Well, look at it like this too.
I think by February it's gonna be 3 or 4 more prominent people arrested.
Yeah, it looked like it ain't done. Yo, this nigga was about to go to Mexico. He got
But academics, you gotta ask yourself, how did they know that? They in there, bro. They already
No, of course. Of course.
Yeah, that's how they knew that, bro. Like, nigga, that's why they came when they came. How did they know? How did they know that somebody right internally is talking?
Something sounds weird about this. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, granted, this is a serious charge, but the nigga, as soon as it happened, immediately start thinking, "I'm going to Mexico." Nigga he applied for a emergency passport days after, got mad cash, booked the flight. Nigga, he like.
Wait, slow down. Is this nigga slow? He applied for a passport to do what? To go to Mexico?
An emergency passport. When you apply for emergency passport, you have to submit
niggas is slow, bro. Let me tell you why they slow. On the Mexico side in California, from San Diego to TJ, they don't ask for no passport for entry. Dude was supposed to jump on the 10 freeway, hit the 8, and come in that way. That's why I call these niggas weird, bro. See, when you file for that emergency passport, you got to show them where you going. So they was already going to know where you at. They just go, same thing with this young lady with this other murder in Mexico. Nigga, he was supposed to get on the freeway coming to Cali and drop in and come through to TJ. You in Mexico. The fuck are you doing? If you go to Mexico from the California side, they're not asking for no passport or nothing. They're going to ask for a regular ID. Facts.
Yo, okay. So hear what I'm saying, though. And there was at least 3 niggas firing a gun. There's 3 niggas firing a gun. Why are you running days after? Why don't you, if you got some money to even think about running, why don't you say,
firing a gun? God damn.
There's 3 niggas firing, why don't you say, right now my name not even getting brought up in the media, let me get a lawyer, let me lay low, but if you look like you about to run, you got to imagine, they're in everybody's cell phone.
Let me ask you something, Matt. If you look up, they said Black Chevy Tahoe did a hit and run on a red Corvette, right? And you had a drunken night. You wake up in the morning and see it. You're going to say, God damn, nigga, I got a black Chevy Tahoe. I was in it last night. I was drunk as fuck. And you go look at your motherfucking Tahoe in the garage. You got red paint on it. You going to go paint it? You going to send it to the body shop to get fixed?
Okay. All right.
Only, an individual knows what's them and what ain't. So, a lot of these motherfuckers, man, they overreact, show they hand, man, I don't know. This shit kind of crazy. They say this dude a DJ. Am I tripping?
Yeah, he's a big DJ out there. Big DJ. DJ Pat. That's his name. DJ Pat.
Oh, so that's what they saying. They say he ain't that kind of dude.
You put like this, but he was investigated.
I'm putting it on him. Like, what? How,
Yo, here's the thing though. The only thing, like, he don't seem like the guy. But in 2018, he was investigated for shooting up another club. They didn't have the evidence on him, so they closed it. But I don't know how they move in Texas. You like if you were investigated for the shit, it still shows up that they closed it, but they didn't really go all the way with the charges.
oh yeah, that's different.
So the only thing that's funny on this thing.
I mean, well, who is he tied to anybody? I'm like, it just ain't making sense. Or was it just some crossfire shit? I don't know. I mean, did he turn in a gun and they like say this is the murder weapon? There's 3 people shooting. I don't know. Like, how many times they say nephew got hit and by how many different guns? Did they say that?
Okay, in the paperwork, I'm gonna send you all this paperwork to your phone.
Yeah,
They actually say that, and I'm guessing maybe they did forensics or some shit. But you gotta remember there were other people shot. They said this guy is responsible for shooting Takeoff twice. They said in the back, which shows that he was behind Takeoff, and in the head.
I remember you said some crazy shit like that when you was doing your shit.
Now keep in mind though, there's a woman who got shot in the head too, but she survived, and another nigga who was.
Girl got shot in the head at the thing?
Yeah, nigga, she was on life support. Or not life support, she was in critical condition.
Damn.
That's why I know there are more charges coming out.
Yeah, well, them is charges too. If they can match that, that's attempted murder.
I mean, they're doing the forensic shit. I don't know if you heard the nigga. He said, we had to restage the shooting scene to figure out who was firing where and whose bullet did what damage. And even if this is a guy who shot Takeoff and killed him, the other people who got shot, they done put so much money into this case, they're going to charge everybody else, even if they didn't shoot Takeoff. Anybody who got shot.
The shit you had was iPhone footage. Ain't no way there wasn't no hardwired cameras in that motherfucker, bro.
Of course.
I think they was able to stage what was what. They had to do that off the hardwired cameras, bro.
Hey, if you ask me, there are going to be some more arrests. The only thing that it just looked weird to me, they're trying to bar this guy from talking to Jay Prince and Shakur Stevenson. And I can't tell if they're looking at them as victims because they have Takeoff name right in that same list. Takeoff's clearly a victim. I don't know if they're looking at these other dudes as victims or people of interest.
POI. People of interest. What you mean, victims? How?
Man, I don't know, man.
Was they shot? Did they go?
I'm trying to make sense of this.
I think they POIs, man. You know, but one thing we do know that I could say from what I saw from your footage is that Jay Prince Jr., shit, he looked like he was in there like everybody else. Quite naturally, it was his party, so he gonna definitely be a POI. And the fact that he may know somebody don't mean shit because they pretty much know every motherfucking body.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what's so funny? I don't know if you saw this or you caught this. When they arrested that little Cam nigga, his lawyer said when they asked him, they said, "Does Lil Cam know who shot Takeoff?" And instead of the lawyer saying, "Listen, we don't know nothing about nothing," the lawyer said, "Well, we're gonna talk to the DA, and that might be something we could talk about." And
did you just hear me say you look in the order of arrest?
And as soon as that happened, they caught this nigga hook, line, and sinker.
Well, somebody had to give him the information that he was trying to, go somewhere. So, hey, bro, look, man, a lot of these niggas is gangster till it's time to be gangster. You know what I mean? A lot of these cats, they get up under that light, man, and shit, they see the light.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Wack, keep it 100. Do you think the Mexico move was a bad move? Maybe you should have won to Canada.
No, he wasn't getting in Canada. You got a better chance of going to Mexico. You ain't getting in. I mean, unless you got a clean record. It's hard to get in Canada. I think it was a bad move for him to try to file for emergency passport. Yeah.
Is it possible for a nigga to really go on a run though? Like some shit happen and you just get out of Dodge?
With these days with social media, it's hard as fuck, bro. But listen, yesterday I was in hillbilly land. No lie. I was on Clubhouse. I pulled up to the gas station. Motherfucking hillbilly white boy said, I know you. You whack 100.
Oh
Swear
shit.
to God. Now imagine they got a fucking $500,000 reward for whack 100, wanted for this, that, nothing. Bro, this shit is different these days, bro. There's no running like that unless you could do what Russell Simmons do and have dual citizenship in Bali and get low.
Yo,
They ain't that.
I read this nigga's tweets since the day. The first day after the shit, he tweeted, he said, man, God protected me. He had 2 tweets about God right after it happened. After that, he been just tweeting about his regular parties. He was like, yo, I'm getting some new bitches. Like, he didn't look like he was keeping it moving. I don't know if maybe he ain't think the cops was on to him. I'm going to keep it 100.
Wait, well, hold on, no. You know, maybe the nigga had some bookings for motherfucking Mexico. Matter of fact, he is a DJ. I don't know.
Hey, yeah.
Hey.
They said they caught him with hella cash.
Huh?
They caught him with hella cash. So he got an emergency passport, he got a flight, and he got mad cash. Like, come on now, mad U.S. cash. Like, come on now. You know, number one, if you traveling across the border with over 10,000, you gotta declare it.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't gonna clear customs anyway. Fucking with a plane.
Yeah.
They gonna catch brands. They don't play that shit.
The first 2 tweets he sent out after that day, because it happened on the 1st, right? He got on Twitter the next day. He said, God got me. He been had me. And then the second tweet he sent after that, he said, God don't make mistakes.
Yeah. Yo, man.
Like, I go like, look like he was trying to get out of here though. You can't blame him.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. Maybe he was going on vacation, man.
Hey, hold on. Yo, I love you. One of them niggas who every time I be listening to you on Clubhouse, I'm like, yo, niggas can't ever pin you down. Pause, like in a way of they'd be like, oh, they got you. Like, you know what I mean? You always got a really airtight argument. So let me ask you, if this was one of your artists, you know what I mean? Let's make him a random artist. Some random artist. This is a random artist you signed. You fuck with him, but some shit that happened like this, and he call you and he say, yo, whack, what should I do? What the fuck would you tell him?
What you mean? You talking about the DJ dude?
Yeah, the DJ. Just imagine that's your artist.
Well, I mean, that's based upon what he tells me.
He tell you, he say, yo, he think he might have shot a nigga. He might have shot a nigga.
If he did, we gonna turn you up.
Oh, just straight attorney.
I'm gonna turn you up, and we're gonna hire private investigators to go figure out everything they might not know. I'm immediately gonna be moving towards a defense. That's it, because you have to deal with it, bro. Rather spend the trying to run and exhausting your funds running, let's spend the money building a defense for you and get ahead of them. Because what happens is by the time they get a police report and a warrant for his arrest, then they got to provide us, right, the police report to justify the arrest. At that time, we already got our details and facts on what's real, so we can read that shit and know how strong it is and how weak it is. My client would have been out $1 million bond. He out 2 hours, no problem.
Yeah, whack. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You devious with the bonds. You devious with the bonds. You devious with the bonds.
You didn't watch me 8 times go get mine.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to touch another person. That recent shit that happened, I'm like, yo, that nigga whack just going there for visitation, man. Ain't nobody getting out. I
got the call. This is no lie. I got the call. I was asleep when they arrested him. I got the call at about 7 o'clock. right? I was in LA, right? By 9:30, I contacted a full legal team. 9:30 that night. Said, I need y'all in court tomorrow morning. He has no bond now. I need a legal team tomorrow morning in court at 9:30 at night. I contacted one of the top legal teams. They said, Mr. Jones, where you at? I said, I'm 45 minutes from the motherfucking strip. I was in Vegas by 10:30 that night.
How'd you get there that quick? You just drove?
Yeah, I drove. I jumped the fuck I was supposed to do. I jumped around the highway. My client in Vegas. I got to go to the client. The fuck I'm going to wait to catch a plane? By the time Blueface called me collect, he called me collect at 10:15. He said, I said, what's up? He said, you see what's going on? I said, I'm on the strip. I see you in court in the morning. Your legal team going to be there at 6:30 to pull you out. Get you some sleep.
I ain't gonna lie. You a good nigga
By
for
9
that.
o'clock?
You a good nigga for that. You a good nigga for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. You a good nigga for
I
that.
took his ass at the back of my Range Rover and drove his ass back to L.A.
Hey, niggas always wonder why they be like, man, that nigga Watt be turning up on Clubhouse. He be saying this, like this nigga hate him, blah blah. But his artists rock with him, and it's a damn reason because nigga, you do your job too. I think that's what niggas don't realize. Niggas don't realize you do your job.
Nigga, you know I razzed the fuck out of you doing my job. You know that.
I think niggas think that you neglect your job, but in reality, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fuck no.
I think I'm the first date happened. I heard you on Clubhouse, and I'm like, wow, this sounds some serious shit. I'm like, man, you about to go over there and just visit some shit. This shit not about to move a motherfucking inch. Like, this shit sound very serious, which it is.
You up the next morning, didn't I?
Yeah, nah, I did.
And you know what it took to find a legal team 9:30 at night, bro? If he would have went in there with a public defender, he was fucked. I had to get a legal team 9:30 at night, hustle them up, bro. A real one.
How the fuck you do it? Like, how do you fuck? You got these people like on a Rolodex type shit?
Well, some is on the Rolodex, and sometimes you reach the higher places because think about it. Think about it. Let's say, a dude you just know a little bit calls you at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. You may look, I ain't fucking with that nigga, right? But then let's say motherfucking somebody that's on that level with you that you respect calls you, gonna answer the phone.
Yeah.
So I stop time, hey, you know these legal teams? Yeah, Whack, I do. Can you get him a call with me on the phone? Called him, picked up. Hey, I got Whack 100 on the phone. How you doing? This. I need you there. This. Where are you? I'm 45 minutes from the strip. Okay, we need a retainer. I said, don't worry about that. You'll have it before he walks in court. I met him on the steps.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew you was about business because I know the trials and tribulation you went through even with his girl. I see you with his girl smiling before. I'm like, White must know something we ain't know.
Well, here go the thing, right? It's a time for personal shit and it's time about business. Regardless of how I felt, I gotta respect that when I was in court, Krishan Rock walked in court to support Blueface, right? I gotta respect that, bro. I don't give a fuck how I feel on other shit. I gotta respect it because she showed up to court to support it. You know what I'm saying? She was there. That's what it was, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta call a spade a spade. The woman was there. A whole lot of people could talk about it. Everybody knew where he was at.
Yeah.
Family, friends, all that shit. He was there.
Nah, she showed up.
His homeboys knew I was there, so all his homies is with him every day. They like Whack there. Ain't no need to be there. I didn't want them sitting in there because of how a man looked to the judge. You know what I'm saying?
Like y'all ganged up in there. Hey, yo, hold on. Not to switch subject, but like, let me ask you a question. And your personal opinion, like I know it don't matter if it's a $5 million bill. If it's for a nigga you fuck with, you gonna get that nigga out some way. Now, this dude got $1 million bail. This dude got $1 million bail. He not. Hold on. I'm asking, do you think he gonna get out? Because here's the thing. I think they might also put these conditions to say maybe this guy fucks with Jay Prince. And if it,
I know where you're going.
You get what I mean?
But you gotta remember, okay, let's say I'm Jay Prince, right? And I'm in this situation, right? I'm just gonna send somebody else to go get him and give it back to them. It ain't no problem.
Nah, $1 million. You see, when it comes to the hold on, but you should know though.
That's just $100,000 and some property. I got like 5 pieces of property. I got 2-3 men. They just want to see we got property with the equity. I can cover that, and he putting the 10% bond up. I'm gonna run that ASAP. I'm not gonna even think about it.
You think he getting out there?
Huh?
Do you think he getting out? Because I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know who he's tied to. I don't know the young man, but it's I don't know. You know, you gotta have your credentials right though. Fucking with them type of bonds, you ain't finna come because they're gonna want to see it. They're gonna put a stipulation in there where the bondsman gonna have to show real proof on where that money come from.
Hey, by the way, I see people in my chat talking about, oh, it's only $100K. Man, $100K.
No, 100 plus real estate. You gotta have the real estate there to cover that meal.
Really?
Yeah, like a motherfucker. I got that shit. I got property that got 2 million equity, 3 million equity. So when they look and they see, okay, the property's worth $4 million. Balance on the property is 1.5. Okay, that's sufficient for that. It covers the $1 million, and he's coming with the 10% to the bonds, and boom, they're gonna roll it.
Yo, I feel like this is gonna be some deeper shit going on.
I don't know because this guy right here, nobody really know. I mean, we don't. I mean, I ain't saying nobody knows him, but I don't think the scene knows him. So it's like, if he did do this, right? Was it some self-defense? He thought he was being fired on. Like, it's all kind of shit. Was it intentionally? Was it meant for Takeoff? You know, I'm like, this shit gonna be a roller coaster, bro.
Nah, I definitely would. Hey, you know who hit me up today? I ain't hit him back yet, but interestingly, baby Jay Prince hit me up today, like right before they did the announcement.
Whoa, the little light-skinned one does a pilot. Well, he's a good dude. I like him.
Yeah, no, he's a real cool dude. But I know his family been under a little bit. People trying to.
You up?
Yeah, he hit me up.
I don't know what act. One thing I can say, bro, your motherfucking ass, that shit, I seen a lot of your work. I seen a lot of your shit. But that shit, that when you sat down and I think you missed your calling, motherfucker. You should have been doing some other shit.
Hey, listen, Whack. Put it like this. But if it's not even me. It's the audience, bro. Like, players. When there's video, it's easy to kind of figure out. People are slowing it down, replaying it back, and again, I realized why this nigga wasn't on the video though. He was behind everybody.
No, but you don't remember you said that? You said something about.
I know. I said it. Yep. I said there's a nigga who's firing that the camera is not catching. He's the third shooter.
You said that shit. I was just watching this shit.
Man, wow, we gonna see how this shit turn out, man. We gonna see how this shit turn out.
I can watch the show. Rest in peace. Takeoff. My love go to the QC family over there, man. And how's Quavo been, bro? He been kind of quiet, huh?
I haven't heard nothing from Quavo. I talked to Offset recently. I was supposed to be in Miami. She, Offset want to get up with me, whatever. Me and him, we always been cool. But like, I'm praying for Quavo, man. Being at that moment and he probably replaying.
Body, bro. He stood over that body, man.
Yeah.
1 minute your man is full of life. Next minute, and it's his family member at that. He like that. That's. That shit bring nightmares, man. You know what I mean? So, hopefully he's strong enough to get through it. He definitely got the support around him with the QC family and everybody else in Atlanta, man. So, that's his story, man. But we're going to sit back and see how this shit unfold because I think it's going to be some more twists and turns. But I do know this. The time them people took to serve an arrest warrant tells me they was very, very thorough with their investigation.
I agree. And also, I think they monitoring 2-3
in a day, 24 hours. We kind of like, nah, somebody going to jail.
Yo, I think they monitoring 2 to 3 other niggas. And if you watch the press conference, they were so careful in how they talked. They didn't want to spook nobody.
They didn't want to alert the alarm nobody. And whoever they own. Any hates movements, any of that shit, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. But yeah, now I had to ask you, like, because usually, I think a lot of people have seen, like, whether any type of complaints or whatever, and usually you only see 2 people who they say stay away from. Stay away from your co-defendants, stay away from the witnesses, and stay away from the victim. And it was interesting when I see.
How did you get that paperwork where they naming who we can't go around?
Oh, I got every paperwork. As soon as they file in court, I'm gonna send everything to you. I'm gonna send everything to you right now.
I just thought about that. How the fuck you?
It's public court. Hey, listen. Pull like this. Pull like this, Whack. They got me listed in the Harris County Court as an attorney. I see all this shit.
Check this out. I got 2 blue faces coming. I'm gonna send you some shit. I got my artist 107 Hoover Young Magnificent, and I got Creep the Guafine. I'm gonna send you a couple things tomorrow morning, because you tell me what's real. You tell me if it's hot or not. I'm gonna get that to you, and I need your animation team. I need an animated, incredible diaper commercial, bro. I'm about to launch the diaper company. I need you to let me tap into some of your resources.
No, of course. Yeah, and by the way, you gotta bring me back on Clubhouse, man. I'm trying to come kick it with y'all over there.
When you want to come, let me know when you want to come.
Shit. Well, if you made the call, I get on there. Well, shit, you just got to tell me when you want me to come on there. I just got to get.
Let me overlook your schedule. I'm gonna send you the time in like 5 minutes, and then we lock it down.
All right, bet.
All right.
It's my man Whack 100, one of the most entertaining people online. All right, people. All right. No, chat. I kid you not. Yo, in the Harris County Court. They got me as an attorney, nigga. They said, nigga, I could look up anything in that bitch. Yeah. Okay. We're not even done looking at this document. We're not even done looking at this document. I thought Whack would have it. Whack's a paperwork nigga, man. Whack be pulling paperwork on mad niggas. Anyway, let's keep going down. Oh, okay. I think it's the end of it. This is just signing and whatever. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. This is going to be the order. So the judge has to sign off. So if the judge checked this box, it's going to be, you have to surrender your passport. 100% he's going to have to surrender his passport. Bro, you went to get an emergency passport to leave the country. You're going to have to surrender your passport. Second thing, no contact with the complainant. This is going to be something that's going to be mentioned in a bond hearing, I believe. And in the bond hearing, we're going to hear what the prosecutors why they say he shouldn't be in contact. Obviously not with here. This is a given. But why should he not be in contact with Jay Prince Jr. or anybody of Jay Prince Jr.'s family or Shakur Stevenson? Keep in mind, I will say Jay Prince Jr. and Shakur Stevenson was one of the most prominent people that was there that night. And I could imagine that the police are trying to interview them or use them for some type of evidential, situation, and who knows if these guys are cooperating. So maybe they're just trying to make sure or put an order in to say, you can't cooperate. If these guys don't come in to talk to us, you can't talk to them. And that's to stop any type of, maybe they think that Jay Prince Jr. is trying to help this nigga. You get what I mean? Who knows? We're all kind of guessing right now, but it's interesting. Niggas. Also, you know why it's interesting too? Well, actually, his real name is Jay Prince Jr. This whole time I was thinking like Jay Prince Jr. is like a stage name, but no, that's his real name, Jay Prince Jr. Okay. All right. So once ask intelligent by mathematics ain't no joke. Come on, man. YouTube, what's cracking with y'all? Still got a little bit more wine in here. If you ask me, and I'm going to just keep it 100 with you, I don't think they're trying to lock up Jay Prince Jr., nor Shakur Stevenson. But I think they're looking for them to be cooperative. And if you ask me, all these niggas are Jay Prince Jr.'s homies. He invited everybody to the party. You would invite an op to the party, so everybody you know. So if they're asking you to tell what happened and identify and kind of give any motive, this and third, bro, anybody you're going to talk about is a nigga you invited to the party. So maybe Jay Prince Jr. don't want to talk to these niggas. You know what I mean? So maybe he's kind of dipping and dodging. And maybe, to what Wax said, they basically say, yo, if you ain't going to talk to us willingly in a grand jury setting, we're going to subpoena you. And if you don't talk then, you're going to get arrested. Right? Ah, man. Man, I love not being a gangster, bro. Being a gangster is stressful. Stressful as shit. Holy shit. Well, real quick, I know we are switching topics real quick. My man Nick Cannon in the hospital. Damn. You say Nick Cannon, he in the hospital. Said, okay, this is him right here. Salute to my man Nick. I fuck with you a lot. Said, okay, I'm not Superman. I promised myself I would never be back at this place again, but this is a great lesson to take care of you, or you won't be able to take care of everybody else. Don't trip, though. I don't need any well wishes or prayers, just some solid rest, and I'll be on a journey to become stronger than ever. It's just pneumonia. Pneumonia? Nigga, that sound like some shit from the 80s. What the fuck? Nothing I can't handle. Crazy thing is, last night we was just rocking out a solid crowd at Madison Square Garden in front of thousands of fans. Now I'm all alone at a tiny hospital room. Life is definitely a roller coaster. And he says, lupus warrior. My man been diagnosed with lupus. And some people even believe that, he might have some type of inclination that, I don't want to be kind of negative here, but maybe it's shortening his lifespan. And maybe that's why he's operating certain ways. He has 12 kids from what I know. I don't know. Anyway, get well to Nick Cannon. Yeah. Nick Cannon is one of the reminders that, at the end of the day, really health is the most important thing. As much wealth as you could attain monetarily and resource-wise, you hope not to be in poor health. So I said all my prayers to Nick Cannon. I've talked to him multiple times. One of the, I think he's a genius. I think he's a very hospitable person. I think his heart's always been in the right place, at least when I talk to him. And, yeah, I don't think people have many negative things to say about him. You know what I mean? Of course, people crack jokes about the kids stuff, but Nick Cannon's my guy. You know what I mean? Salute to my man Nick Cannon. And by the way, he's a worker. And I'm hoping this is nothing but him, working too hard. And, sometimes a lot of us, we do that. You know what I mean? I kind of have a little bit of I hate to sit down type of mentality, in the sense of even sometimes just taking rest or taking time to yourself. People around me know me for getting upset. I'll get upset at people, really upset. I'll cuss people out when I'm I feel I'm not being productive. And they just might be life ain't just all about work, but it's a hard thing to balance, yo. My life has usually been about work. So, I just want to say my prayers for Nick Cannon. I think I still got his number. I'm going to try to check up on him in a couple days. All right, people. All right. Are we pretty much... Actually, while we pulling up paperwork, maybe I should just do this too, right? Let me pull up the paperwork for Lil Cam. Okay. We got the paperwork for Lil Cam as well. Here we go. State of Texas versus Joshua Cameron. That's Lil Cam. This is a motion to deny bail, even though it's a non-capital offense, which means they don't say he killed no one. They're saying that he's accused of a felony less than capital in the murder in the state, and he committed it while he was on bail for a prior felony for which he's being indicted. So he has an open case, which I believe might be a Fed case like in California, and he got caught with a gun. So they're saying, bro, even the thought of him being caught with a gun, he should, and here it says this is hopefully they're going to try to get it signed. Order for a state motion of a hearing to deny bail for a capital offense, and they're hoping it was conducted within 7 days of incarceration. I forgot, when was he locked up? Is there a date on this? No. Anyway. There's another piece of paperwork, which is, let me see if I could. Okay, here we go. All right, let me get in there. So, he's only charged with unlawful carrying weapons. It says, in the name and by authority of the state of Texas, before me and the understand. And by the way, this charge is almost like bullshit, because the only reason why he's not allowed to, like, Texas is very lenient with people carrying weapons. I don't even think you need a license. So if you, who has no criminal record, goes to Texas and you have a weapon, no charge. But obviously, throughout the whole United States, if you are a felon, you're not allowed to carry weapons, right? He had a weapon, which Texas don't give a fuck about weapons, but because he was tangential to all the stuff that happened with Takeoff, they're charging him with this crime of carrying a weapon as a felon. And trust me, most felons in Texas still carry a weapon because you don't even need to have permits, or you don't even need to really go through much, rigorous even background shit to even buy a weapon. So even and most of them wouldn't buy, but still, they still carry a weapon, right? Usually this isn't something that's charged other than if cops run into you, but the cops, again, didn't run into anybody from this night. They're only looking at surveillance footage, and they have witness accounts. However, they're charging this person with that. Anyway, this is what it says. Before me and the undersigned district, blah, blah, that we do believe that in Harris County, Texas, Joshua Cameron, also known as Joshua Cameron Isaiah, hereby styled as the defendant, on around November 1st, 2022, did unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly carry the defendant's person's about the defendant person a handgun while not on the defendant premises or under the defendant. Oh, wait, hold on. Did then there unlawfully, intentionally, knowingly carried on or about the defendant's. So either he was carrying a gun while not at his crib, or under premises under his control, so like a workplace, and while not inside of or directly en route of a motor vehicle, so he wasn't transporting it, that's owned by the defendant, or under the defendant's, okay, this is interesting, or under the defendant's control. No, never mind. That's owned by the defendant or under the defendant's control. And at the time of the offense, the defendant was prohibited from possessing. Okay. And it was because of a convicted felony offense of grand theft in California Superior Court. Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. Wow. Okay. Nah, chat. Pretty much this guy's screwed. I mean, I think he's going to get some charges, but it is what it is. Just interestingly enough, what's happening here is the building blocks to a strong case. They're catching these guys before they're trying to run. And I know you guys wanted a sweeter story, or maybe you did, but essentially the person who killed Takeoff seems to be Patrick Clark, Joshua Cameron had a gun. I believe he was shooting the gun. And again, I think we have two of the shooters, and there's another shooter that, again, I don't want to say the name, but we've done the stuff. But here's what we're going to do next. We're going to start looking at surveillance footage from that night. Let's see if we can find it. Chat, if y'all can find some great surveillance footage from that night, take off. Please, 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 please let me know. Because we want to see where this motherfucker was that night. By the way, Shakur Stevenson made his first public appearance. Remember, he was right here. Let's see. Somebody say no jumper posted. Posted what? Here we go. This is a guy, right? So this is, I'm telling you, we would, by the way, here's the funny part about it too. Though you say you could clearly see the weapons in a man's pockets, his hands on it. Remember, we were only focused on him? Guess where the shooter was? Right here. Is it possible that the shooter is reading, like the nigga who arrested, he's reading the vibes? Oh, that nigga got a gun just out because he just had a gun right out in his hand. He's reading it, so he probably has a gunner. He's like, okay, so he has a gun out. Okay, his mans is talking crazy shit. Maybe that made him like, yo, I need to reach for my shit. Quavo's talking the whole what? It'll be shocking to me if there's not another arrest. And here's the thing, too. Let me just throw this in the air. Even though we've already said it a bunch of times, we already all acknowledge that there was someone shooting that came allegedly with Quavo. I think the cops are also trying to prove or trying to figure out what's self-defense. If that individual does not get charged, right, which would be this guy here, if he does not get charged, it's going to be in the assumption of the DA that this person only fired based upon someone else firing first to danger the life of either him, Quavo, Takeoff, or somebody with the Migos. Because keep it real, this guy's with the Migos right here. Everybody else is with mob ties or whatever. Somebody said, I'm sure they've been talked to him by now. Man, I don't know, man. The way the cops is acting, it's like they're saying niggas is really not trying to speak. Remember, this is a bunch of street niggas. So I could imagine all these things, especially if you're connected to like Quavo and Takeoff and them, you're probably like, bruh, I don't got nothing to say. Either charge me or let me go. So nobody's trying to help the cops. 6Z, I see you. Yes, it was a headshot. The headshot killed him. But they're saying that this dude, they're saying he fired both shots that hit Take. He got to be a horrible shot, or he was just trying to kill Takeoff. I think he's just a horrible shot. They're saying both bullets came from his gun. Marcel says, Migo was retreating. You can't keep shooting once they flee the scene in Texas. Okay. Yo, Cloudboy Ray. Oh shit, Cloudboy Ray still here? Yo, Cloudboy Ray's like a OG of this shit. Yo, thank you for all the gifted, bro. You think he a bad shot? Nah, this whole shit is fucked, bro. All right. Somebody said DJ Pat shot first. I don't think this guy shot first. I think he did a reactionary shot. However, this is why this case is interesting. I don't think he shot first. I think he shot back in reply. Or he heard shots. And he probably thought, well, I seen a nigga over there with a gun. Let me just shoot. And his shot ended up killing someone who was in the line of fire, who was Takeoff. Somebody said, whose camp was he from? Let's just say he's from Houston. Let's not say nobody's camp. But he's from Houston. Lil Cam is from Houston. We haven't seen anybody not from Houston get arrested yet. So yeah, so we keep talking about some nigga who's cool with Quavo and them. That nigga from Atlanta, he ain't get arrested yet. The only people arrested is Houston people. And it's very, like, you got to go back to this document. Where is it? Oh, that's Lil Cam shit, is it? All you got to see is this. Shortly after the murder, he applied for a passport. Now, let me try to address some of the cynics in here. I know some people are believing that he's a fall guy, that he's being blamed for this. Well, number one, this kind of disproves that. If you're a fall guy, well, I don't know. How does this fall guy shit work? If you're a fall guy, why would a DJ who's throwing parties, living his life, be a fall guy? Does that shit still even exist? I would guess you would get like a nobody, like a fucking bum, to be a fall guy. G-Nack, I agree with you. Why would he run? The definition of the fall guy is for the fall guy to take the charge. Why the fuck you running? What the fuck was he gonna do in Mexico? Hey, by the way, I'm gonna respond to Baby J. I'm gonna hit Baby J like, yo, what's good, bro? I'm gonna act like I don't know none of this shit going on. Yo, what's good? Hold on. Where he at? Where the fuck is Baby J Prince? Don't tell me he deleted his message now. Baby J. Oh. Yo. Yo, if I could get Baby J Prince on the live, who's y'all want to talk to him? Yo, I'm gonna try to get Baby J Prince on here. If you don't know, so there's Jazz Prince, he signed Drake, J Prince Jr., who's Mob Ties, and then Baby J Prince, who's, just like just a cool dude. They're all the sons of J Prince Jr., who owns Rap A Lot. All right, I responded to Baby J. Chat, I need y'all to be digging, man. I need y'all to find me some information. Some people said that There was some information, well, not about this. Apparently, I don't know if you have looked into this. MTA. So apparently, not Donald Trump. Elon Musk has chose to expose like the previous workings of Twitter, and let me see if I can find it. And by the way, I'm waiting on certain information about this Takeoff shit. So like we'll get back to it, but we got to move on to other stuff too. Anyway, Elon Musk promised to expose what happened with Twitter pretty much before he got into it, and this person here named it the Twitter Files. Listen to this. The Twitter Files. He says, what you're about to read is the first installment in a series based upon thousands of internal documents obtained by sources at Twitter. By the way, Elon retweeted this guy, so he's legit. The Twitter Files tells an incredible story from inside of one of the world's largest and most influential social media platforms. It is a Frankensteinian tale of human-built mechanism grown out of the control of the designer. Twitter, in its conception, was a brilliant tool for enabling instant mass communication, making true, real global conversation possible for the first time. In early conception, Twitter more than lived up to its mission statement, giving people the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. As time progressed, however, the company was slowly forced to add those barriers. Some of the first tools for controlling free speech were designed to combat the likes of spam and financial fraudster. Slowly over time, Twitter staff and executives began to find more uses for these tools. Outsiders began petitioning the companies to manipulate speech as well, first a little, then more often, then consistently. By 2020, requests from connected actors to delete tweets were routine. One executive would write to another, more to review from the Biden team. The reply would come back handled, okay? Wow. Essentially saying that Joe Biden's team would flag tweets and basically all these would come back and say these were handled, which means somebody probably just like deleted them or censored them. Wow, okay. Celebrities and unknown alike could be removed or reviewed at the behest of a political party. Here's some screenshots. It's from somebody at Twitter. You can see they're blurring it out. I grabbed the first one under SI, defer to safety on the high profile second one. An additional report from the DNC. Wow. So essentially they're saying that the Democratic National Committee could send reports in from people's tweets that they would have to fucking review. Wow, that's crazy. Both parties had access to these tools. Okay, so that's bipartisan, right? For instance, in 2020, requests from both the Trump White House and Biden campaign were received and honored. However, the system wasn't balanced. It was based on context. Because Twitter was and is overwhelmingly staffed by people of one political orientation, there were more channels, more ways to complain, open to the left, well, Democrats, more than the right. Okay, here we go. Contributions by party recipients. 2022, they've gotten $185,000. Democrats sent $165,000. Oh, contributions by party of recipient contributions by the party. Okay. Anyway, I guess they're just showing that essentially it's been like 90-something% of, the contributions by party of recipient to Democrats. Okay. The resultant slant of content moderation decision is visible in documents you're about to read. However, it also the assessment of multiple current and former high-level executives. Okay, there was more throat clearing about the process, but screw it, let's jump forward. The Twitter Files, Part 1, How Twitter Blocked the Hunter Biden Laptop Story. On October 14th, New York Post published the Biden secret emails and an expose based on the contents of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop. Twitter took extraordinary steps to suppress the story, removing links and posting warnings that it may be unsafe. They even blocked its transmission via direct messages, a tool here, though, reserved from extreme cases, example of child pornography. So they had, like, I guess they could block you from sending certain things or links via direct messages, but they really meant that for, like, porn and, like, child porn, but they were doing it for this Hunter Biden laptop shit. The White House spokesperson, Kayleigh McEnany, right? I think I'm saying it. Was locked out of her account for tweeting about the story, prompting a furious letter from Trump staffer who seethed, "At least pretend to care for the next 20 days. Okay, this is from Donald Trump's people. It says urgent. It says Kayleigh has been locked out of her account for talking about the New York Post story. All she did was cite the story and firsthand reporting that it's been reported by other outlets and not disputed by the Biden campaign. I need an answer immediately on when/how she'll be unlocked. I also don't appreciate," they spelled appreciate wrong. I don't know if you can see it. "I don't appreciate how nobody on the team called me regarding the news that you will be censoring news articles. Like I said, at least pretend to care for the next 20 days. This led to public policy executive Caroline Storm to send out a polite what the fuck inquiry. Several employees noted that there was tension between the comm/policy teams, who had little less control over moderation and whatever socials, safety and trust teams. What the fuck? Okay. Strom note returned an answer that the laptop story had been removed for violation of company's hacked material policy. Hey, Caroline, thanks for reaching out. Per check-in, the user was bounced from the site integrity for violating our hacked materials policy, adding them here for further insights and guidance. Although several sources were recalled about hearing about a general warning from the federal law enforcement that summer about foreign hacks, there's no evidence that I've seen of any government involvement in that laptop story. In fact, that might have been the problem. The decision that made at the highest levels of the company, without the knowledge of CEO Jack Dorsey, the former head of legal policy and trust, Vayaja God, played a key role. Blah blah. Okay, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of fucking reading, bro. I'm already off the not Henny, but the wine. Okay, I'm gonna sum this shit up, man. I gotta wrap this shit up like Quavo would say, bro. Let me just wrap it up. Yo. I think Elon Musk is somebody who's an agent of chaos. And what I mean by agent of chaos, that might be a good thing. Because I believe that all the political figures for the last couple of years have all agreed to censorships and silencing and putting out whatever narrative they want. And someone like Elon, he knows Trump don't fuck with him. This is a big pro-Trump. Like, Trump gonna keep saying fake news, fake news, fake news after this. But you're gonna have somebody like Elon that's gonna give him all the proof he needs to say that. He don't fuck with Elon. So Trump don't fuck with Elon, but you just put out something that's gonna help Trump's campaign or help his, like, talking points. I think Elon's just someone that just hates this politically correct environment we're in, and he hates that shit's being censored. And trust me, and this is why I got on Kanye West's ass last night. I'm like, yo, bro, he's not trying to suspend you, my nigga, but you're making it like he's a bitch if he don't. Like, the nigga's trying to be cool and talking about, oh, we love each other and free speech. And then you just went fucking bonkers, nigga. Of course he got to suspend you. You over here testing the nigga. So I personally think that's what it is. And I think, I don't know if his goal is to try to get Trump elected, but I think his goal is to try to get rid of cancel culture. And shit, if 40-something billion was the price he had to pay for it, maybe to him that's worth it. But a lot of people are going to be upset that they're putting this stuff out, and I'll see how it turns out. You feel me? Trumpers, right? Shit. Whatever, man. Anyway, I'm voting for Trump anyway. It's all good. All right, man. I don't want to read all this fucking... Let's get to some rap shit. Gilly had like a interesting point of view, which I think I agree with. Here we go.
Trying to tell this nigga, man. Bro.
I'm not saying it all, though. I'm saying some shit.
90% of the beef that be in these streets and in the rap game be about a bitch, man.
I can agree with that.
It be about a bitch, man. I'm telling you, man.
Because you gotta say everybody messing with the same chick. These dudes start pillow talking. One of these girls.
Yes.
But the girls, listen. But a lot of these girls be ladies of the night. They don't be ladies for life. And so I don't understand how we can even get to that point. If you know that, stepping into it.
Man, niggas be beefing about bitches, man. It be a little couple niggas who be having real issues, but most of that shit be about a bitch, man. I'm telling you, man. The bottom line is a nigga, even in these streets, a nigga will kill you faster about a bitch than he will for his nigga. Fuck that nigga bitch.
For some money.
Nigga firebomb your house, all kinds of shit. Try to turn your whole family into chicken tenders.
But a lot of times they belong to the...
They here trying to tell this nigga, man. Bro.
I'm not saying it all the game. They don't be they one.
Yeah, but they don't. But the young niggas don't be understanding that. They don't be understanding that the bitch belong to the game. You know what I mean? The bitch ain't yours. The bitch is ours. You know, it's plural. You know what I mean? Niggas don't be understanding that shit. But you know, that's part of life.
Game, they don't be they one.
Yeah, but they don't. But
I agree with Gilly. Gilly, you're right. You go back to Biggie and Tupac. Not saying it's over a woman, but there's always a woman involved. Faith. By the way, when I'm saying a woman involved, I don't think a lot of these women are at fault, but it's just reality. Hold on. Yeah. Shit, Young Boy, I won't say necessarily Young Boy and Dirk, but I think some of the animosity between Young Boy and Von was because of Jania. Right? Give me some more examples. Somebody said, look at Kanye. Kanye's mad at everybody fucking this bitch. Kanye done showed us 5 niggas who he think fucking this bitch. You think Drake fucking this bitch? Meek fucking this bitch? Van Jones fucking this bitch. Chris Paul fucking this bitch. He think everybody fucking this bitch. Young Thug and Lucci. Jericho Carley was heavily in that. You know what's so funny? I've been watching recently. They're beefing over Young Thug. It's so interesting. Y'all gotta watch this. They're beefing over. So Mariah the Scientist is supposedly Young Thug's girlfriend, but she's beefing with Young Thug's old girl, which is Jericho Carley. And anyway, she put up a tweet. I don't know if I can see the original one, but she put up a tweet that everybody was kind of tight about. Let me see. Yeah. Wait. My bad. We'll find this shit. I just want to show the bigger version of it. Oh, right here. So this is Young Thug's girlfriend. She says, imagine fronting on someone who showed you love from the start for someone more popular or more aesthetically pleasing. Now, everybody said, Shorty, what the fuck are you talking about? Didn't Young Thug leave his girl of many years for you? Young Thug was with Jericho Carley for a long time, and then all of a sudden we hear Young Thug's with her. Okay, cool. That happened. Then later on, and by the way, I noticed some shade room shit, but it's kind of interesting how some of these women kind of view themselves when it comes to these dudes. Also, Thug locked up. Somebody tweeted at her, yo, Young Thug left Carley to be with you, so you're basically subbing yourself. She says, what are you talking about? When I met Young Thug when I was less popular than his ex. What? Okay. She's always been attractive and aesthetically pleasing. Why are you trying to equate moving on to fronting on somebody? Sick in the head. Then she comes back around and says her whole sales pitch to him has been about her having more emotion, her own money, and being the better option. Girl, you on a whole rant about how you iced him out for Christmas and it sucks for me because I'm dependent. Please stop acting like the shoe don't fit and leave me out of it. Thanks. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Oh, this is Jericho Carly who said this. He said, her whole sales pitch was that you had more motion and more money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. This is funny. I love watching women beef over dudes because I'm like, what the fuck y'all think Young Thug in jail doing right now? Not thinking about either one of y'all. Anyway, salute to Jericho Carly. I've heard about her for a long time. Mariah Science, she's a very talented artist. I do challenge some of these females, and by the way, Jericho Carly is an artist as well, but y'all gotta have some more self-worth than argue over a nigga who literally gotta get told when he could wake up, when he could go to the gym, when he could take a shower, and when he could go to sleep. Y'all gotta get some more self-worth. Y'all look crazy. I kid y'all not. Both y'all look crazy. I don't know who's right. I don't know who had him first. I don't know who wasn't lit. Like, bro, none of that shit matters. And this is where, like, someone like Krishan Rock shits on all of y'all because nobody wants to see y'all arguing online. You see, Krishan Rock, she's at every hearing. Like, when Blueface was locked up, she's there. She's tatting that nigga's name 59 times. When I see a bunch of women just arguing about a nigga in jail, all I see is clout chasing. Unfortunately. Somebody says sex is the prize. Y'all forgot that nigga was trying to call himself sex at one point. All right, anyway. I did so many fucking topics like the day before, man. Was there any topics? Yo, chat, I'll give it to y'all. Did I miss any topics from like yesterday? What did I miss? Oh, Quentin Miller? I'll talk about the Quentin Miller shit. So Quentin Miller appeared on, I believe, it was a Two Corpses podcast. I think it was Rory and Millie Mall. And already, Quentin, very bad start, okay? Regardless, he appeared on their podcast, and when he appeared on their fucking podcast, he named a bunch of people who he wrote for. Clearly, I won't play that shit because I don't give them bum ass niggas no type of air. Regardless, everybody, like, he had mentioned that he wrote or he worked with Nas. Now, people know him as a ghostwriter. People are like, oh shit, you wrote for Nas? Everybody was saying, oh, you're a ghostwriter for Nas. Now, keep in mind, if you don't know, the curious case of Quentin Miller is so interesting because his career went to shit after Drake said, I'm not working with you no more. And primarily that happened because Meek was putting pressure on this dude to try to expose Drake. So I've always said that he's been a casualty of war. Never had a fair chance. Then he lost his leg. And he's always just tried to keep trying to make music, but he's never gotten a fair chance. Now he's working with some good people. These guys appreciate it. It's not Drake anymore, clearly, and definitely not Meek. They appreciate his efforts, but now when people ask him interviews or whatever, people are trying to hear ghostwriting. Like there's ways to work with artists without writing for them, right? You could just be helping to come up with a hook. Shit, you could just be you could be doing multiple different things. Regardless, they put this whole thing that this guy ghost wrote for Nas. And now he's back in the same position he was in with the Drake thing. Bro, you don't want people to think that you were writing for somebody great, because that person, if they are insecure or if they come under fire, they're going to be like, yo, bro, I'm going to just stop working with this guy. If y'all think I don't write my rhymes when I work with him, I just won't work with him. And he put out this whole message, and I ain't going to lie, I felt bad for Quentin Miller.
Okay, so apparently this whole Quentin work with Nas conversation is going a little more viral than what I thought, because now, people are reaching out to me, asking me to clear it up. I have to clear up the fact that I worked with Nas. So, okay, and off the strength, I want to shout out to Hit Boy, for the opportunity that he gave me when he invited me to the studio and allowed me to work with Nas. Shout out to Hit Boy for that opportunity. I also mentioned other artists that I worked with, from Jeezy to Jeremiah to Ty Dolla $ign to fucking. I mentioned other artists. Writers post their work and talk about their work all the time. You know why? It helps. It also helps with the business of writing. When people know that you were part of certain things, it makes people more prone to work with you. It's kind of part of the job, is naming your resume or your catalog or whatever. It kind of goes with it, but it's not that way with me, because I just so happen to have had a situation with the biggest artist in the world, and it turned into a whole fucking ghostwriting scandal, and now I am the ghost. Now anytime people work with me, it's like
Yo, I swear this nigga want to kill Meek Mill so bad. Yo, Meek Mill ruined this nigga's life, bro. Yo, I swear Meek Mill ruined this nigga's life, bro. I'm gonna keep it a B with you. And by the way, I got no problems with Meek. Me and Meek, we talked or whatever. Yo, Meek, I'm gonna keep it 100. Bro, you should have a conversation with this young man, bro. Bro, like, he's really, like, I know, like, now you're on your independent ground and you coming back and you rapping out, like, you rapping crazy and people loving it, and hopefully you'll bounce back because you're talented and you'll be one of the top artists again in the world. But bro, as a human, especially when you squash your beef with Drake, bro, this is a free PR move, my nigga. I promise you, this is a free PR move. I know you've never always been the best person when it came to like internet stuff, or like, doing things that everybody will see you in a good light. But bro, show this man some love. I promise you, Meek, it will look great, bro. I'm telling you, a lot of why, like, there's a couple reasons why people were looking at you weird. I ain't gonna lie. When you and me were going at it, I think people looked at it as corny. But we ended that. Like, bro, like, you cool. Like, bro, listening to music is cool. Like, bro, like, we talked. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Meek. You gotta, I'm not saying you gotta just apologize, whatever, but you should make it right with this dude, bro. Talk to him, bro. I promise you, bro. I promise you. Like, if I'm on your team and I want you to win, make it right with this guy, bro. I swear it would do wonders for what people would think you are as a person. Because a lot of times when we think about how things went, we think about this young man's life getting ruined. I kid you not. And I'm trying to say this very humbly, because I never want, like, again, me and Mick, we don't got no issues. So I want him to think that I'm, trying to play him and all like that. I'm just saying, yo, bro, show this man some love, bro. I'm telling you. Bruh. You remember we had that conversation about a nigga in the break room, bro, and I told you about, like, yo, bro, I could tell when a nigga be at the edge of just like, yo, bro, like, I just can't win, bro. Like, that edge of giving up, bro. And I'm not trying to, like, make Quentin Miller no victim, because he don't come across no victim. But I'm going to be honest with you, bro. That nigga's had a hard time, bro. Like, he really thought he was about to be in this shit. Bro, the whole shit happened. Drake don't fuck with him. He felt like you kind of put him out there in a way where he was radioactive. Bro, he was trying to go around and try to get any type of work. This is not a rich nigga. Y'all niggas is flying private jets, multiple homes, all these foreign cars. He was never even there. He didn't even get a chance. He didn't get a chance to experience that success. And, bro, he lost his foot. He lost his foot. He ain't as cool as y'all. He's not the guy who he could just, whatever. And I'm telling y'all, bro, and by the way, matter of fact, let me not only put it out to Meek. I think Drake too, bro. Bro, I rank Drake album, nigga. If You're Reading This Is Too Late is a top 5 album. And I'm not saying Drake owe this nigga like he need to go, get this nigga a single or whatever the case is. But, bro, y'all have to realize in y'all beef and the casualty of war, the most unfortunate person actually took the biggest loss. It wasn't y'all. Because y'all still buddy and y'all hanging out. This guy's in his car, like, just still frustrated at how his cards was laid, bro. And trust me, that shit not cool. And I just speak for the regular average person, bro. Nope, like it rubs you the wrong way when you feel like the regular man was screwed out of this shit and everybody else is just enjoying shit. Bro, I'm telling you, just watch this video, bro. You could tell, bro, this shit is bothering him.
Okay.
Because if he does work with somebody and he start getting a check, somebody brings, if he talks, if people realize he's working with him, it almost threatened to stop his check, bro. That's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Okay. So apparently, this whole Quentin work with Nas conversation is going a little more viral than what I thought. Because now, people are reaching.
Bro, I just want to remind y'all, and I ain't trying to make him seem like he's like some broke, weird ass nigga. I'm just trying to say, like, bro, y'all see how all these rappers pop out and how they be bragging about this and third. My nigga's still living a very humble life, my nigga. Like, bro, like, I'm pretty sure he's not in the S class. I'm pretty sure he's just in a regular car. Bro, I'm a type of nigga I like to see niggas like that win, bro. I'm gonna just be honest. I like to see niggas like that win.
Out to me, asking me to clear it up. I have to clear up the fact that I worked with Nas. So, okay. And, off the strength, I want to shout out to Hit Boy, for the opportunity that he gave me when he invited me to the studio and allowed me to work with Nas. Shout out to Hit Boy for that opportunity. I also mentioned other artists that I worked with. From Jeezy to Jeremiah to Ty Dolla $ign to fucking... I mentioned other artists. Writers post their work and talk about their work all the time. You know why? It helps. It also helps with the business of writing. When people know that you were part of certain things, it makes people more prone to work with you, It's kind of part of the job, is naming your resume or your catalog or whatever. It kind of goes with it. But it's not that way with me. Because I just so happen to have had a situation with the biggest artist in the world, and it turned into a whole fucking ghostwriting scandal. And now I am the ghost. Now anytime people work with me, it's like I'm supposed to be a ghost. But I'm not a fucking ghost. You don't make money being a ghost. They don't pay you. Artists don't give a fuck if you have money or not. They do not pay you.
Hey, let me tell you this. And y'all know I joke on everything, but I could see hurt. Brother, dude is hurt. And I'm telling you where it came from. If y'all can't see hurt, and y'all be like, I see people asking, oh, why is he shouting? You can't see hurt. I get it. I understand why. You don't understand. You don't understand his situations. You're not empathetic enough.
So if you don't get paid And you can't even get the clout from being a part of this shit to get opportunities to get paid. Why would I want to be a fucking ghost? Let me say this right now. Quentin Miller is not a ghostwriter. And I want all the artists out. I don't give a fuck if I never work with another artist again. I don't care. I do not care. Because I hate the fucking business. I am not a ghostwriter. If you work with Quentin Miller, you worked with Quentin Miller. And you better be okay with saying that you work with Quentin Miller. Now, when it comes to the Nas situation.
Let me pause before I say, you know why he got to say that? Because he knows working with Drake and how Meek made the stigma. The stigma is that if Quentin Miller is working with an artist, that artist is utilizing a ghostwriter. That artist is utilizing reference tracks, maybe perhaps just singing verbatim or rapping verbatim what Quentin Miller did. So now an artist might be like, oh no, like I'm just working with you for whatever, but it's not ghostwriting. Or shit, it might even be, you know, assistance with lyrics or hooks or melodies. But, most artists don't care about giving credit. But now they're like, well, with you, Quentin Miller, you're known as the guy who's a ghostwriter, so let me not work with you. Yeah, that's stopping his money. That's stopping his money, bro.
I pulled up on Hit Boy. That was a situation with Hit Boy. I'm in the room. I bounce some ideas out. There we go. Clear it up. I just bounced some ideas. Couple ideas went. That's it. That's all that happened with the Nas shit. But I am not a fucking ghost. I am not a ghost. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for that man. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The industry, if getting the worst hand possible was the thing, it is. By the way, oh shit, I didn't even know he responded in my comment section. Sahai responded. He said, "Yo, I've always said this, but only in rap do we have to be a ghost." He says the Dream doesn't have to be a ghost because he writes R&B. The Dream writes for Beyonce. The Dream writes for many R&B greats. He's credited. As a matter of fact, he talks about his writing them. And sometimes I don't know if he ever leaked them, but we'll hear the reference tracks of what he's created and we give him credit and we don't take away from the artists who made the tracks. Sci-Hi, who's been a phenomenal writer who's worked with Kanye and others, I don't think he really gets like that knock though. Well, but maybe people don't look at his personal career as maybe what they should because they're like, oh no, yeah, you're just Kanye's writer. You know what I mean? Some people look at it like, oh, you help Kanye. And I think that's unfortunate because the Dream has had a whole career where his own music did what it needed to do, and then he also wrote for a lot of people that did what it needed to do too. Oh, kind of interesting, man. Interesting and unfortunate. Shit. I see a lot of people, y'all are still asking about this J Prince stuff, bro. Until we figure it out, man. Listen, I really only came on here for that, man. Listen, I didn't have a long stream planned for y'all. I might try to get to Miami in the morning, but I think that might be a dub. I hope you guys enjoy the content. I hope you guys enjoyed all the explanation. I went through the court documents with you today. I've streamed for the last couple of days. Thank you guys for all the subs. All you guys on Twitch, you guys are amazing. On YouTube, you guys are fucking amazing as well. I'm going to, hop back into my cave and get some more information. And, as I said, as much entertainment I give you guys on the mic, I try to do equivalent and adequate research behind the mic. So, I skipped my whole trip to Miami just to really do the stream for y'all, just to kind of break it down, go through the court documents. We're probably going to do some more analyzation of some videos, just probably won't be tonight. I like to go into it already looking at him. So if you guys do see some shit that I probably missed, you guys can hit me up on Instagram. Please, not my main Instagram, which is at Akademiks. Hit me up on I am Akademiks. Send me whatever you got. I'm always looking at stuff. I try to my best to keep in the know with everything. Today's Friday. It's Art Basel weekend in Miami. Everybody's hit me. Act why you not here. Listen, man, I'd rather be with the people who love me the most, which is y'all. All right. Thank y'all. I hope you guys appreciate life. I hope you guys appreciate the blessings that we all have. As I cover shit like even Takeoff losing his life, I realize how lucky I am. I realize how lucky we are. And I realize that we're afforded each and every day with the opportunity to take another breath. So, I know sometimes that we have a lot of fun, but, there's some serious things we're kind of talking about. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Interestingly enough, if I make it to Miami this weekend, Offset actually invited me to the crib. He's like, yo, come listen to some music. Salute to Offset. Salute to Quavo. Salute to the whole family. And salute to everybody who's watching, man. I appreciate you guys so much, and appreciate you guys for tolerating me and also just understanding. Right. I'm gonna get off of here. If I don't make it to Miami in the morning, you'll see me again. You'll see me again. All right. Metro Boomin first week predictions. I probably will have those tomorrow for y'all. So let me just, kind of, I want to reflect on some of the stuff when it came to the Takeoff stuff. I know there's some stuff we missed, and I know you guys are really good. You're going to send it to me. All right. Peace, guys. I'm about to go chill out, play some 2K, and figure out what the fuck I'm going to do tomorrow. Let's see if I can get a flight in the morning or not. All right.